What is Rated Solo? Rated Solo Shuffle is a rated version of Solo Brawl that was introduced to Eternity's End, improving the game mode playable as Brawl first allowed and the valuable information. I'm so glad they added this. Thank you, Blizzard. The Solo Shuffle Brawl will be rotated out of the unrated tab. Put normal Brawl rotation. You'll be able to queue up for Solo Shuffle and rated PvP tab, Group Finder, and queue up. Okay, that's like the basic stuff. Will rating be on class specialization? Yes. Chat, you know what is insane? I made the video on it being class specialization. I mean, we were the first one pushing for solo queue. Am I right, chat? Who was there back in 1993 when I was fighting the Cold War for solo queue in Blizzard? Anyways, yeah, I threw out that class specialization should be a thing because what if somebody goes from like Retribution Paladin to Holy Paladin and he just throws games because he sucks at being Holy Paladin, right? Nothing personal, but even if I went to Holy Paladin, I wouldn't perform well as I do on Red Paladin, right? So I told them they should do specialization and they did exactly what I said, which... what can I say? Thank you, Blizzard! Unique rated game mode players will have rated track for their each character specialization. Players will select which of their specialization to queue with and participate in the specialization based ladder and end of the season rewards. This will allow players to try new class and specialization in arena without pressure of performing well. That's so awesome. Thank you, man. Also, coming in Season 1, players will be able to see where their rank is against the other specialization and solo queue shuffle on the official World of Warcraft website. What rewards will I earn? Just like the rated battle chat, I'm just gonna say this now. Remember when I was talking about, this is like very, very old story, but what I'm trying to say is the #1 players on the ladder right now, some of them might not be the #1. I mean, a lot of them will be up there, but there will be a lot of new faces because now they have the ability to just queue, right? Back in many years ago in Arena, it was just a circle jerk. All the rank ones just play with rank ones only, right? And they play with the same people every fucking season, right? But now that they're solo queue, we will see a lot of new people up there, man. Which will be really cool. It's gonna be awesome. Like, I might not even be up there, dude. There might be, like, way more better players that just didn't have partners to play with. But it will take time for them to learn, but there will be new faces. Like, a lot of new faces. What rewards can I learn? Just like rated Battleground and Arena, you'll earn seasonal reward and achievement, credit towards Vicious Mount, weekly vote. The Conquest reward will be based on the highest rating amongst all people, specialization. I'm actually going to skip out on this because I really want to look into this, yeah? Players will earn titles, achievements. Okay, I read that part. We recognize that some class specialization may perform well better than others in Solo Shuffle, as well as having different representation. Dude. Ward for ward, what I wanted. Oh my god, dude. Which video was it? Savix solo queue. This is ward for ward, chat. Was it this one? I don't know which one it was, but I think I mentioned it in this one. Or it might have been a newer one. Dude, 5 years ago, solo queue. Dude, I used to make so many solo queue videos for Blizzard that they actually answered in the Q&A because I asked for it so much, man. Let's see. I forgot where I left off. Personalized rewards. Players will earn all seasonal titles and achievements that would normally get in rated arena with the exception of Gladiator as associated reward. Oh, so you can get Glad with solo queue, chat. We felt it was important to keep it unique reward to rated arenas. True. We recognized that some class specialization may perform better in solo queue, as well as having different total representation within the game mode. Because of this, introducing the new unique end of season title for 0.1% each specialization of Solo Shuffle. Oh, wait. We actually get title. 0.1% title for Dragonfly Season 1. This will be Crimson Soloist. We've seen the community feedback in the title. Wait. Season 1 called Crimson? You can't read, brother? Sorry. I'm just reading speed reading. How is rated calculated for each match? During the Dragonfly beta, we received feedback on wanting to better understand how rating is calculated. There's a lot of math and calculation that goes into the back end, but effectively, the solo shuffle match is calculated 6 matches into 1. When a player enters the match, we determine expected performance of the player. Oh, performance. Okay. It's not like damage or heals, I believe. I think it's just whoever wins the most gets the most, right? We all take the round in account considering who was on each side and who won. So it matters on which specific round the player wins. It's not just total number of round won. Okay. So if they lose more with the other guy, that gets like balanced out and calculated. And calculating the impact the MMR. We are discussing ways to improve transparency of the rating change calculations can occur. Okay, this is something they can improve along the way, but this is a great step. I'm very happy. Thank you, Blizzard, for adding solo queue. Beta realm have relatively low population, but consequently a much wider spread of rating. A matchmaking value in each match. We expect matches on live realm include players within rating in the matchmaking that are closer together. What happens if another player in my game leaves before it ends? A topic we discuss is internally seen feedback on the brawl. On beta, if player leaves the match before all the round ends, we want to disincentivize players from leaving their match, punish them appropriately, and a minimal impact on the player who did not leave. The leavers will receive a deserter debuff that will increase the penalty for each consecutive offenses. Oh, okay. Please continue your thoughts. Chat, what would be... I think they're struggling with the idea of what the punishment should be if they skip the games. So what would you guys say is the best idea to make them get punished? Because right now in the beta, if you're losing a lot of matches, you just AFK and you don't lose any points and you don't get any points. So a lot of people are getting away with that, especially in pre-patch 2. People just queue up. If they're losing, they just leave. And they don't lose any rating. Permaban, of course. Okay, how about you give them like 5 to 10 chances. If the guy is ultimately known for leaving a lot of games, you just perma him for the whole season. Or maybe like a week ban. And then that increases. So if he skips 10 times, he gets a week ban. And then that becomes a month. And that becomes 6 months. And that becomes a year. And that becomes a perma. I think that's fair, right? World fastest reader? I've seen this dude.
I'm the fastest reader in the world. I read a 1,679 pages book within 2 seconds.
Yes. Go on.
Then he ain't even looking at all the pages.
What is it? What
It was fast, so you didn't know.
What just happened now? What did you learn from the book that you just read?
You
You said what?
the first one is pretty good.
I will chew your meat. Are you crazy?
I want to chew your meat.
I just read. I can read fast.
Anybody can do what you just did. What kind of talent is this?
Yeah! I'm the fast.
Wait, did I misread it? With the exception of Gladiator. Wait, so you don't get Gladiator title? I think you should get Gladiator mount at least, no? You get Soloist. They get their own Gladiator. Okay. Do they get the mount though? Do they get the mount? No, you don't get the mount. Oh, dude. I think mount is huge. I think they should give the mount in solo queue. I think they can even bring it back to the old times. You know how right now you need to win 50 games above 2400 to get the Glad mount? I think for solo queue, just make it, was it 0.5 for Glad mount and 0.1 for title? Just make it where 0.5% get the mount, no? And if it's class specialization oriented, it still means that 0.5% of those guys did well. So them getting a glad mount, I don't think that's, you know, a problem at all. I don't think that's a problem at all. Because if they don't give mounts, some people will not be happy. Like, I'm probably not happy too. Because I actually don't want to do team keys anymore, man. I fucking hate scheduling a time to play. And I'm like, hey, Billy, are you available tomorrow? And he's like, no, my girlfriend is like having something. Okay, that's fine. We'll play next day. Next day, the other guy can't play. The next day, this guy can't. Dude, it's such a hassle to set up a team, man. Wasn't there a video? Asmongold solo.
Solo players have saved the genre of MMORPGs. By the way, I agree with this.
I agree too.
Here we go.
Hey guys, it's Lucky here, and today we're going to talk about something
We'll just watch the
interesting.
intro,
I'm
okay?
making this video because I realized something. Most of us are loners. Most of us don't have someone to play our favorite MMO with when we log in every day, but we keep coming back in spite of that. And even if we do have someone to play with, sometimes we just want to play alone. Take a look at Asmongold, who started his YouTube channel 8 years ago, teaching people how to solo group content.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Asmongold. I'm gonna show y'all how to solo content.
Chat.
What's up,
Look
y'all?
at
It's your boy
that.
Asmongold. And today we're
Holy shit.
Solo queue should get the same rating, man. Like, what they say here is true, man.
Cataclysm Hero. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Asmongold. And
I
today
didn't
I'll
watch
show
this
y'all
all
how to
too,
solo
but-
Last Resort, some warrior.
And even those of us that do
Doing that was actually pretty fucking hard.
have friends have a hard time agreeing with those friends on what MMO to play and when, resulting on the people that do have friends also playing MMOs alone. This was made more apparent than ever when I tossed up a video on YouTube about
Anyways, dude. I think solo queue should give mount. I think solo queue should give mount, man. Do you see Asmongold and Slave Warrior clip? I have not seen. If you want a good solo MMO, just play Genshin. That's true. Genshin's a good game, man. I will not disagree and say Genshin's a bad game. The number shows there's a lot of people playing. It's popular. It's popular for a reason. I think solo queues are great input to the game. However, I think Glad Mount should be earned with the 0.1 title, of course. That was the video you were searching for when you typed in solo queue, man. Dude, this is such an old. I hate watching my old videos, man.
He got up here, right? Now he has to.
And I'm not watching this. Chat, I pushed for solo queue so hard, man. I was trying to like spread it to the whole WoW community, and it finally happened, man. That video was awesome, thank you. It was very in-depth, but I'm like, I hate watching myself, dude. I hate watching myself. The first season of solo queue, you gotta give them time to test it out. Sure. Fair enough, fair point. But they did exactly what I wanted, which was class spec, right? And if we're getting rewarded the title, 0.1% of the class specialization, which is the equivalence of getting the rank 1 title, them giving out 0.5% people of that class specialization a glad mount, I don't think that affects anything. If it's 2400 and 50 wins, yes, that's a problem. I actually have a problem with this too, if I could go in depth. In Korea, the highest rated players are 1700 because nobody plays PvP. There is a good like handful of them playing, but the ladder is just so dead that 1700 is like the highest they go, right? So none of them can get glad mount. But back then, if you were, you know, what was the range? Legion Gladiator percentage. Okay. What percentage is Gladiator in WoW? Before Battle for Azeroth, it was 0.5%, and you need 150 wins. I honestly, it's hard to say. I do want people to get Glad Mount at 2400, but this system doesn't work when the ladder's just overpopulated, right? When there's a big number of people playing, that's like free. When there's like no one playing, it's not free. Is what I'm trying to say, right? I think they need a better number for it. I didn't mind maybe lower the percentage, like 0. Maybe 10%. I don't know. Top something. Yeah, getting glad means. I mean, okay, it's mean to say it means nothing, but a lot of the high-end players have a lot of ego, and they don't prefer 2400 being high, right? If you play WoW for a long time, like they flex like 3k, 3.5k, but that's the same shit. It's like inflation. If there's a lot of people playing that season, it's gonna go up that high, right? So there's an ego in that. It's weird, but at the same time, 2400 can be low in some season and it can be high in some season, is what I'm trying to say. I think they should go back to the percentage-based play. It doesn't have to be 2400. It can be like 20%, 10%. If they want to make a lot more people get glam mount, maybe 10%, 20%, even 30%. I don't know, dude. But it doesn't have to be like 2450 wins, because that makes it where people start devaluing. And I know this sounds weird, but WoW players, they like devalue hard. If it's like easy to get, they devalue, man. It's like League of Legends and people who think Grandmaster slash Master is like a good rank. Yeah. So Blizzard need to incorporate a hidden inflation arc to WoW 2. No, I think they should just stick to like a percentage. WoW is already devalued. Yeah, WoW PP is already big devalued, but I would like to bring it back, you know, or I would like them to try and make it come back. And I'm sure they want to do that too. And maybe they just don't have the information, but long players, they could speak for it a little bit, right? Invest in Genshin to mod. You just love Genshin. You'll get it, Fuzz. You'll get it. Like, solo queue could have been a great opportunity for you, Fuzz. That would have been a great opportunity for you. I think solo queue is great for a lot of people that couldn't play arena or that didn't have partners, right? It's awesome, man. It's awesome. Because I know so many people that wanted to get into arena, but you need achievement to get into. You need to make friends to get into. You got to get the right gear to get into. It can be scary, man. And getting in voice, doing some 3v3. You got to start with 2v2, right? Start with 2v2. Train your eyes to look at focus targets. And once you feel comfortable in 2s, you can move to 3s. And there's one extra person. There's a little bit more going on, right? A solo queue is perfect for this, man. It's perfect for training. But I think they should at least give a glad mouse as well.